What's going on, Jerome's part two of our airport undisclosed location, robbery rants. So, question is, what's going to happen with the Vikings quarterback position going forward into the future? Now, my boy Kellermond, I guess not so much. Who knows? Maybe he'll turn out to be the starter in Cleveland. But with Kirky, with Jerome, Ezekiel Cousins, I mean, the question is, how long is he going to play? He's going to be 35 years old next year. But I mean, this season with Kevin O'Connell, I mean, he is playing some of the best ball of his career. He has six fourth quarter come from behind game-winning drives, which is just amazing, right? So you do have to factor that in, and also his contract is getting more and more team-friendly. I mean, people piss and moan about Kirk Cousins' contract, but look at Derek Carr, look at Dak, look at well, maybe Dak's a bad example over the last 2 weeks. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, right? So, like Kirk Cousins, I know Derek Carr is what the media make Kirk Cousins out to be. He ain't that, man. And I know Vikings fans, it's hard to get out of inertia. And I was a Kirk Cousins accurate hater, 2018, 2019, where he was the issue. I think things turned around during that 2019 wild card win, come from behind touchdown, Kyle Rudolph in the corner of the end zone over the Saints, and I think it really did. Where you see Vikings fans, and also you see some of the national media still hammering on some of the old Kirk Cousins tropes and stereotypes. It's like, oh, well, Kirk, he's overpaid, garbage time stats, he's not a team leader, he's blah 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 blah. But he's gotten out of that mold. He certainly has, where he is a team leader. I mean, there's a reason why he's Kirk Chains, and it's not because his teammates are laughing at him; they're laughing with him because he is their guy. And with Kevin O'Connell, I mean, he and KOC have a fantastic relationship. This isn't like Zimmer, where it took him 4 years to watch them film together. So I think that this could be a marriage that lasts for a while. Plus, Kirk Cousins, knocking on all the wood, has been durable. He takes care of his body, and I think that could Kirk Cousins play another 3, 4, 5 years? I think it's certainly plausible, but Kwesi, Kevin O'Connell, they do have to start planning for the future. Where, I mean, they took a shot at Kellerman, didn't quite work out, but he was a Spielman draft pick. And now, I mean, looking at the draft of this year, I mean, they're not going to get Bryce Young, they're not going to get C.J. Stroud, they're not going to get Will Levis, it's whatever. But I mean, would you take a shot on a guy like Anthony Richardson, who could be a fringe first-round pick? Now, Richardson has a lot of mechanical issues, and he's not too dissimilar from Josh Allen when he came out of Wyoming, where Richardson at Florida, I mean, he's a big-bodied guy. He would automatically be valuable in like a niche wildcat goal line quarterback, a situational type role. He's got a huge arm, but he's got some action issues. He's got some footwork issues. But I think this could be the perfect situation for him to sit behind Kirk Cousins for 2 years, maybe 3 years, and really have Kevin O'Connell and the staff break him down, build him back up, and turn him into an NFL quarterback. And during that time, I mean, having him as a red zone weapon, just putting him in the wildcat, just letting him run a couple quarterback powers, like you've seen what amazing things can happen when you have a mobile quarterback. You look at Josh Allen, you look at Jalen Hurts, you look at Lamar Jackson, and if you have a mobile quarterback with power, it's pretty amazing, man. And I really like that idea. And Richardson could potentially be available at 31 when the Vikings draft. Remember, there's only 31 picks in the first round this year because the Dolphins got stripped of a draft pick. So, but I mean, looking next year, of course, our guy Caleb Williams, I think that he is in line to be the number 1 overall pick in 2024. So that could be outside the range of the Vikings. But I mean, Kwesi's not afraid to gamble. I mean, does he take a shot and acquire some first-round picks, the way that the Eagles have the Saints first-round pick, which is going to be high, or the way that the Seahawks have the Broncos first-round pick, which is going to be high? I mean, does Kwesi trade this year's first-round pick to try and collect next year some first-round picks and some change, or does he trade a guy like Danielle Hunter for a first-round pick? I don't know. I don't know, but either way, I trust what Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi want to do at the quarterback position. But I think as of right now, I mean, if Kirk Cousins plays the way that he's been playing this year for the next 3-4 years, I think that does give the Vikings the best opportunity to win right now. And it's an amazing turnaround, because you could not have said that in previous years. I mean, even though 2020 after the bye, Kirk played well. 2021, he played well. This year, he's playing. This is the best season of Kirk Cousins' career. And yes, Kirk almost threw for 5,000 yards back in Washington, but he's playing clutch football. He is making some big-time throws, and he's being a leader on this team. So I mean, we may have to put off the quarterback, the future talk for a while, especially if Kirk keeps playing this way. And I mean, what's going to happen? I want the Vikings to rip off 2 or 3 Super Bowls just so the national media jabroni haircuts have to have the awkward conversation. Is Kirk Cousins a Hall of Famer? I would love it. I would love it so much, man. But that's it. Your thoughts are thoughts. Let us know. Skull, no production value.